Buona Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Sports Plus in Sharonville, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Bearcats are set to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm Paul Lockman. Happy to have you with me on a Sunday evening. Bearcats unfortunate losers on Friday night against this Buckeyes team. 4-1 final score. Dropped the Bearcats record to 4-3. The Buckeyes just getting started on the season. They are a perfect 1-0. Bearcats will try to change that today. And why not? Let's go over the starting lineup. First for the visiting Ohio State Buckeyes in net, it will be number 41, Thomas Wesolowski. And he will have defensemen Hawkins Salt and Jay Olson in front of him. And on forwards, number 21, Carson Johnston will be at center with wingers Jimmy Gold and Andrew Kajner to his left and right, respectively. For the Bearcats, more importantly, it'll be Brendan Booth, Chase Nicholson, and Will Lemick to start out for forwards. On defense, Steven Straffen and the captain, George Zimmer. And in net, it's the Ian Cosby show as usual. He leads the ACHA in saves, wins, minutes played. My goodness, he's an Iron Man. So that is the horn. We're just about ready to go over what we just went over, the starting lineup and the national anthem. So I will take a break, and we'll be back with ACHA hockey after this short pause. All right, folks, this should be a fun one. Cincinnati Bearcats and Ohio State Buckeyes. We at least know the students of both respectable schools don't necessarily too fond of each other. So the Bearcats will come wearing their white uniforms, black numerals, black shorts, white socks with a red, white, and black trim. The Ohio State Buckeyes will be going from right to left wearing Scarlet and gray, as they call it. A lot more scarlet. Looks red to me. Scarlet, gray, white numerals, red buckets, red socks, and the trim of black, scarlet, and white. So we're in, and the puck is dropped. We're ready for action. Bearcats win the draw. Chase Nicholson comes down the right wing side and shoots it wide of the net. Bearcats put one right in on Wesolewski, who had to be aware here early. Will Lemick again from the top of the circles. He shoots this one wide. Bearcats pick up the rebound. And now Ohio State will settle it down. That is picked up by Johnston. He loses it. Shot in close. Doesn't make its way through traffic. Good pinch up there by the captain, Zimmer. Puck comes around. There's Salt with it now. Moving it up. And out come the Buckeyes. Hawkins Salt tries to come in close on Cosby. He denies him with the stick. Bearcats pick up the early rebound and move out with it. Morale moves it to center. Nobody there. McDonald has to fight for it and gets pinned up along the boards for his troubles. One shot each. We've played a minute of play. Buckeyes, left wing side, lose the puck. Bearcats reclaim it. Cincinnati settles things down. Moving across the blue line, now the red line. Lavasser tips it ahead. Now chases after it, settles it down for Teddy George, who sends it toward the crease. There are bodies there, but picked up and moved ahead by the Ohio State Buckeyes. An ugly crash between two players there. Teddy George kind of fell into the wall with Alex Vineyard in an awkward way, and through the chaos, hand pass called against Ohio State, which leads to an offensive zone faceoff. See if the Bearcats can take advantage of the mistake. Jack Lamline takes the draw. He had the game-winning goal against Louisville. Last home game Cincinnati had. Sent in tight. That's where Lamline was, top of the crease. Couldn't win the stick battle. Puck gets moved to the far side wall. Guptill has it. Trying to send it back in. Brett Anderson didn't get all of it and softly sends it to a Buckeyes tape. Ohio State dumping it down off the stick of number 19, Simarusti. Near side wall, Bearcats feel like they've controlled the puck more here in the early stages. Not everybody's gotten a shift. Elias Aiden trying to send it to center, picked off there by Simaruski. Sent to the wall. Immediately sent back in off the stick of Hubbard. Bearcats away with it. Akanya didn't make it to the red line. And we'll have icing. And referee doing a good job of patrolling the Bearcat bench, making sure no fresh legs make their way to the ice. So here we go. Offensive zone faceoff for the Buckeyes. Puck is dropped. Puck cleanly won by Cincinnati. Williams, unfortunately, keeps the puck in with his skate. He was almost out clearing that puck and instead kept it in for a little bit. Here's Akanya. He takes his stick to the glove before getting a shot loose. Perez punching in. Can't get there in time. Now it's the Buckeyes coming away with it, and a great job of calling offsides by the referee, not the linesman. We have two referees, one linesman, referee right there making the offsides call. 16:51 to play, no score. Face-off initially controlled by Ohio State. They regained possession in the neutral zone. Williams now has it. Max Williams tripped up. Loses possession. Far side wall sent all the way down behind Ian Cosby, who's there to safely play it and allow Cincinnati to come out on the breakout. Bearcats Stifled at the blue line. Ohio State sets up. Momentarily, in fact, as Clark loses the puck and forcing things to come outside. Cantini with a soft lob from the red line practically. Cosby able to settle it down and freeze play. 16:01 to go in the first period. Faceoff will come to Cosby's right. Hoy wins the faceoff for Ohio State. That's the good news for the Buckeyes. Bad news, he cleared it all the way out. And now Cincinnati able to move out with it. Brendan Booth, couple feet back of top of the circle. He rips it high of Wesolewski, and then a shot from in front is Glob. And Thomas Wesolewski, right there on the top of the crease, keeps things even. Face-off won by the Buckeyes. Sent it around the boards and out. Good speed by Ohio State. Unable to really get that final angle to get a look in on Cosby. Instead have to play it along the wall. Cincinnati able to capture the puck and now move out with it. That one sent wide. Wesolewski dangerously comes out to play it. Sends it behind the crease, but the Bearcats are there to play it. Now Ohio State had it and dumped it down safely and getting a line change. Jacob Guptill with the puck for Cincinnati, trying to send it cross ice. Gets disrupted, but Cincinnati's Elias Hayden able to settle it back down. Sends it where Jack Lamline tries to send it off the boards. Takes an odd direction. Supposed to go around the boards. Instead, just popped up right back to him. Guptill pushes his man off the puck. And a little bit of choppy play allows a icing off the stick of the Bearcats. So Ohio State will have a offensive zone faceoff to the left of Ian Cosby. There's 14:29 to go in a scoreless first period. Ohio State took game one of the two-game series on Friday night, 4-1. Final score, Bearcats and Buckeyes did not play yesterday. I guess there's some sort of code at Ohio State where they don't play during the same day as football games. Okay. Buckeyes had it in the circle, lost it, now regained possession. And while the Bearcats were dumping their man, Dennis Rupi had a clean look on Cosby but missed everything high. Zimmer playing it through. Off the wall, Perez takes the hit but tries to keep the puck in. There's Williams. Right wall, still battling for it. Working hard is Max Williams, trying to keep the puck in the offensive territory for Cincinnati. Vegso is there as well, wearing the number 20, wearing the number 23, excuse me. Coming in are the Buckeyes, their best look of the game. And Ian Cosby says no with a right pad save. Ohio State, plenty of legs. They're playing game 2 of the season, according to the ACHA website. Technically, according to the website, they're playing their first game, but we already know that's a lie. Here's Perez. Gets it to the far side wall. There it's sent in. Chased after by a white jersey, but picked up by Ohio State. Right at the line is Gold. He's there to play it down in the Bearcats' defensive end. Volleying back and forth, good speed. Here comes Chase Nicholson. His shot is blocked. Rebound attempt goes wide. Cincinnati able to find the puck right in front. Will Lemick can't put it on net. Far side wall. Collected, Bearcats moving it ahead. Now there's good speed here, and a good edge out there by Ryan Lanoy, as he made sure he was stride for stride with the Ohio State Buckeye. Trying to get an edge on him, can't get a number on that Buckeye. Once I do, I'll tell you his name, or at least the name given to me. What number you got? 11? So I look down, that's Jimmy Gold. I have the name written down in front of me. Gold with good speed, right wing side, tried to get past Lanoy. Lanoy did everything in his power to take the horsepower out of the engine. Buckeyes still buzzing though. They get a shot in on Cosby. He's there to make the save. Guptill runs behind the net, then sends it back where he came from. Trying to look for Steve Lavasser. 11:36 to go. Stoppage in play. Offensive zone faceoff coming for Ohio State. As I said in the pregame, Ian Cosby, he's an Iron Man. Leads the ACHA Division II in saves, wins, tied for wins with 4. But minutes played, also tied for shutouts, which is 1. A couple other people have him, but Ian Cosby all over the leaderboard for the ACHA goalies. This is 2 years running, too. Play a little bit discombobulated right now, especially for Cincinnati. Ohio State in control of things. Holding the puck, now losing it. Jack Lamline there, trying to go from inside the circles. Lost the puck, and now Ohio State reclaims it. Cincinnati can't get a clean entry into the Ohio State zone. This appears to be one, a little unorthodox. Nope, Buckeyes will pick it up. Away with it comes Ohio State. Sent down low off the stick of Ohio State. Elias Aiden chips it forward. We've played 10 minutes. Back and forth. Ohio State leading in the shot department 6-4, but no score up until this point. Bearcats get a change. They dump it down. That puck sent along the netting and out of play. We got a new puck, we got a whistle, we're ready to go. Offensive zone faceoff coming for Cincinnati. Just need that puck drop. There we go, puck is dropped. Play allowed to continue. Ohio State off the win. Moving out with it, there's a good connect. Williams finds his man, finishes his check into the wall. Cincinnati able to play it now. And the favor returned right to George Zimmer. He has to absorb a hit in the corner. Or excuse me, that was Teddy George that took it. George deflects the puck, slows it down just enough, and Ian Cosby able to make a save. And Andrew Kachner not only denied, but then got dumped in the corner after the fact. So he is going to skate with his head looking up to the lights, and he's now going to have to stay on the ice as an icing has been called against Ohio State. So bad break for Teddy George. He slowed it down just enough for Kachner to come in all alone. Tried to make a fancy move by Ian Cosby. Cosby got just enough of it, keeping this game tied. Ohio State comfortable with just getting the puck to the red line and getting some healthy legs out there after the icing. Under 9 to play. Puck behind the net. Ohio State trying to come out with it. Guptill with a shot. It looked like Wesoleski. Now I'm messing up his name. Wesoleski was out of position a bit, but he was able to knock that puck down and stop Guptill's late effort. George Zimmer breaks up that effort by Ohio State, sending it to the far side corner. Now moving up with the puck, but having it taken away by Clark. Sent up, deflected, goes wide of the net. Cincinnati now heading up ice. Turned over. Ohio State with it, sending it across ice and a goal. Beautiful pass. And Ian Cosby had to break from his left to his right. Couldn't settle that one in. And credit where credit's due, Dennis Rupi able to get the final touch and make this a 1-0 hockey game. 7:39 to play here in the first period. Ohio State with the early advantage. Cincinnati with the puck. Moving it up top, Spencer McDonald there. Sent in and a line change for Cincinnati. Puck chip to the neutral zone. Turned over and a nice hit there by Teddy George. Sends Cadario to the ice. Elias Aiden crossing the red line. Sent to the right wing side and now pinched up along the boards. Fighting for the puck. Picked back up. That's Britt Anderson with it. Sends it toward Aiden. Aiden tips it in. And now slowly chased after by Cincinnati. Held by Ohio State. Looking to move out on the breakout. Arid pass, picked up by Zimmer. He'll gently send it toward the crease, and Wesoleski thought he was going to put a little more to it, trying to send it behind the net. Instead, he just kind of softly set it aside like he would, maybe the salad once your main course gets there, but still on the table, having a freeze play, 6:05 to go. That's if you order salad. I don't know. Some people may get the soup. Teddy George trying to come in. Losing it. But now contained at the blue line by the Bearcats. Puck kind of trickles down. A few shot attempts by Cincinnati, but nothing comes in on the Buckeye goaltender. Bearcats able to keep it in at the blue line, but picked up by Ohio State. Turned back over. Brendan Booth right there with a right-handed shot that gets sent aside. Puck here on the near side boards. Fought after, now held in by the Ohio State Buckeyes behind the net. Trying to move out with it. Off the wall. Turned over. Cincinnati toward the slot, sent one in, and it goes wide of the net, and that is an obvious penalty upcoming to the Bearcats. Easy boarding call. Not sure if maybe he lost his balance. That was the word I was looking for. Jacob Vexo gets the boarding call. And it's only 2 minutes, so I think the referees understood it was maybe there we go. Puck is dropped. Bearcats on the penalty kill. This is a big moment in the game. I know it's early, but Bearcats don't want to trail by 2. Ian Cosby there to keep things where it's at. Makes the save off the stick of Michael Kurdish. Nice little move by Kurdish. Acted like he was maybe going to pass it left, instead kept it. Skated to the slot. Found himself a lane. But right there was Ian Cosby to settle it down. Clark with it. Wraparound attempt by Clark. Puck comes to the crease and fought after. Good defense by Cincinnati. Able to swarm that puck once it got there and clear it out. Puck sent to the glass. Ohio State trying to re-enter. Instead, they will ice the puck. And that leaves 4:06 to go in the first period. 1:08 to go on the man advantage for Ohio State. Whoever's on the DJ, they need to get the next song. Can't hear this song 4 or 5 times in a row. That's my own personal take. Anywho, we're back to hockey. This is what I need to stick to. Play DJ another time. Bearcats fine with taking their time. And now that is a loud gripe from the bench at Ohio State. Had too many players on the ice, and that's an obvious call. And Ohio State has gotten away with it. Love the attitude there by the Bearcat bench. You got to let them know, especially if you miss a call. Ohio State only playing their second game of the year, so a little bit discombobulated on the entries coming in and out of the bench. Went undetected, almost undetected. Undetected by the referees. There's a bad pass. Cincinnati have effectively killed off the power play. 5 seconds remain. Ohio State will enter the zone here, but the Bearcats back at full strength. Need to stop this opportunity. Cincinnati able to move out with it. McDonald trying to skate by his man. And how about this? Things come up in their favor. Will Lemick with a chance. Both defenders for Ohio State got bunched up. It was almost like spaghetti when you leave it untouched. Just kind of came together, and the Bearcats came away with the puck. Will Lemick unable to get the finish, made a nice move in. Wesoleski there to make the save. 11-8, shots in favor of Ohio State. Bearcats 2:14 to go here in the first period. Bearcats with it now in their own end. Moving things out. Elias Hayden pokes it forward, getting it by his man. Now trying to send it toward the crease. Sharp angle pass. Didn't make its way through. And out come the Buckeyes. That's Alex Vineyard. He turns it over. Puck to the neutral zone. Dump down. Cincinnati has it. Perez trying to send it to Williams. There it is, icing the call, a delayed call. Play allowed to continue a second more. Bearcats appear to have to make all the calls as the bench has been yelling for them. They get the icing here. .119 to go here in the first. Bearcats off the face-off win. UC has it. George Zimmer sends it through traffic. Doesn't make its way through all the bodies. Buck right in front of Cincinnati's bench. Ohio State with it. Now lost it. Chased after by George Zimmer. Zimmer, the captain, able to feed it down low. Behind the back pass, nobody there. Bearcats able to keep it in. Well done there by Spencer McDonald, right at the blue line, keeping play alive. Didn't amount to anything, but those plays are big down the stretch. Final 30 to go. Here's Zimmer. Gets upended as he crosses the blue line. Sent off the wall. Straffen is there. Has it by the left circle. Final 15 ticks, turned over. Buckeyes send it to the neutral zone. And maybe one last chance here for Cincinnati. It will go by Zimmer and into the corner and collected by Ohio State and held. So that will do it with the first period of play. Bearcats trailing after one after Dennis Rupi has put the Buckeyes ahead with the lone goal of the first period. Take a nice 12, 13-minute break. We'll be back. Check your fantasy football score. Who knows? We'll be back with second period of play. You're watching Bearcats hockey on YouTube. All right, we are back here with second period of play, and the Bearcats off to an early start with a big hit there. But the Ohio State Buckeyes in control of things with a 1-0 lead. A goal by Rupi for Ohio State has them in front. First two shots of the period belong to Ohio State as well. Cincinnati will be moving from right to left. Here's Will Lemick, left wing side with a shot in hot on Wesoleski. And Will Lemick almost in front again with another chance. Ryan Lanoy picks things off at the red line and dumps it in for Cincinnati. Long stretch pass, that one goes arid. Bearcats will collect things out and move away with it. Right wing side shot taken, pad save. Another attempt. That one goes wide. Teddy George with it. In the corner, moving it around. Ryan Lanoy picks it, sends it toward the crease. Nobody in the slot. Teddy George takes a shot. It is blocked by the Buckeyes. Moving away with it. And to the red line is number 13. As I scan my list here, I don't have a 13 right in front of me, so I'm going to keep going. How about Spencer McDonald? He wears 13 in white. I know that. And I think I was looking for 23, not 13. That makes a little bit more sense. I was looking for Andrew Kajner. What are you going to do? Moment's gone. Lavasser sends it wide of the net. Picked up by the Buckeyes. Whiffing on a cross-ice pass, but settled back in by Ohio State. Buckeyes have it. Far side wall, Lamline was there. Chipped ahead by Akanya. And that puck hits off the netting, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 17:40 to go. Buck comes in on Cosby's there to make the save. $17:33 to go. It is freezing here in Sports Plus, but we are happy that you're joining us where it's probably not as cold, watching on YouTube or YouTube TV. Not sure which it is, but we appreciate it nonetheless. No excuse. Bengals have already played on Sunday. So no issues. You should be able to watch this game carefree. Here come the Bearcats, 3-on-1. Shot in, a goal! George Zimmer with a shot and a goal. And the Bearcats have tied this one up. Sixth goal of the year for George Zimmer. Couldn't have come at a more needed time. 3-on-1, George Zimmer just picked the spot and found it. Right past Thomas Wesoleski. And within the first 3 minutes, the Bearcats are able to tie this one back up. George Zimmer coming into the weekend second in the ACHA defenseman in goals with 5. He's now got one more. That makes it 6. Also tied for second in points. Referees having a discussion here. Ohio State talking to their goaltender Thomas. Letting him know, hey, that's on me. That's my bad. It was a 3-on-1, so Bearcats had options. Linesman coming over to discuss things. Referee discussing things. And we'll have a penalty upcoming to the Bearcats, I suppose. They have put up 2 minutes for Jack Lamline. Not sure what the issue is. Did you see an excessive celebration? Was there... Not sure what the what the issue is. The penalty box is still open for Cincinnati. So in the box goes Jack Lamline unceremoniously, and the Buckeyes will go on the power play. Goal counts, which is what makes me a little bit confused. I didn't see any sort of extracurricular. Referee did. You know, they're wearing the black and white stripes and the orange sleeves, so they get to make that decision. I get to stand here and talk about it. Buckeyes on the power play, so a big opportunity now for Ohio State to regain their lead. Shot comes in on Cosby. Has to make a save. Rebound comes to the slot. Luckily, only Ohio State Buckeyes were not there. None of them were there. Nothing but Bearcats. Ohio State, far side. Losing the puck, that's George Zimmer. Here he goes, right wing side. He had the last goal, and he was looking glove side again. And that one missed everything. Puck coming in close, and Ohio State with a good chance there, just missing on their opportunity was 19 in red. Bearcats able to move the puck out off the turnover late in the shift, and we'll have to get a change. Here comes Salt. Salt fakes the slap shot, instead comes all the way down and has the puck hit off the netting. We'll have a stoppage in play. 16:01 to go. Tie game at 1 apiece. Puck controlled by Ohio State. OSU with it. Curtis looks underneath. Curtis with it at the blue line. Skates to the left circle. Now looks in. Takes his time. Skates behind the net. Comes up top. Bearcats now move it out, and there you go. A little too patient for Ohio State. And Michael Curtis has to come back all on his own here and reset things. Here's Clark. He gets bumped by Anderson. Britt Anderson says no before he gets to the red line. Alex Vineyard comes in. Bearcats have killed off the man advantage for Ohio State, but the puck is still in the offensive zone for OSU. So Cincinnati going to try to clear it out. 14-12, shots in favor of the Columbus team. Cincinnati trying to change that here in the next few minutes, now that we're back at even strength. Teddy George coming in, sends it in tight, and now there's a two players getting tangled up. That was George and 24 Curtis. Straffen goes behind the net, loses his stick, and Ohio State able to control it. From behind the net, Cincinnati attacking, not giving up anything easy. Curtis calls for it. Instead, he won't get it. Puck comes out to 22. That was Andrew Jaquez, and he will selfishly take the shot, which gets blocked. And now Ohio State has to reset from the neutral zone. Can't enter the puck in cleanly. Cincinnati in control. Ohio State gets a line change. Puck sent off the wall. That will be icing. There's nobody really that puck was intended for. Puck softly skates into the Ohio State end where the whistle is blown. And a stoppage in play. Very quick moving second period here. 13:45 to go. Feel like we just stepped foot. Puck is dropped, comes in, and just as I said how fast this period's going, we'll have a quick stoppage in play off the save of Ian Cosby, but it's what the Bearcats actually needed, as after the icing, now they'll be able to get a line change. new personnel out there for Cincinnati, including the captain. So you feel like the Bearcats are in good hands. Puck comes to the crease. Ian Cosby having to scramble for it. Thought he had it, didn't settle it down, and it was still loose. Ohio State with a shot from the blue line. That one goes wide of the net. Cincinnati trying to clear it out, now does. Puck takes an unfortunate bounce back into the Ohio State end of things. Spencer McDonald, good speed, cuts the corner, able to stay in front of his man. Possession held by Cincinnati, sent to the crease, right in front, backhanded, doesn't make its way through to Wesołowski. And the Bearcats' chance goes by the wayside. Ohio State with it. From the left wall, shot never makes its way to Cosby. That one does, he makes a save. Off the stick of Salt. Cincinnati controlling it. Shot right into the chest, off the stick of Mitch Morale. 12:30 to go here in the second. Max Williams in to take the draw for Cincinnati. Face-off won by the Buckeyes. Salt moves it across to defenseman Olsen. Olsen moves it to center where it's collected by Cincinnati. Vergso loses his stick and play allowed to continue. Looked like it should have been offsides against Cincinnati, but doesn't really matter. Ohio State able to move it out. Teddy George gets harassed before he makes his way across the blue line. And Ohio State looking for the home run pass, connects. One-on-one, Cosby, and he cannot stop Jake Simaruski. Ohio State has scored off of two excellent passes. That one finds Jake Simaruski all alone. And he was one-on-one with Ian Cosby. Cosby did all he could, but unable to stop that puck. And with 11:51 to go, the Buckeyes have reclaimed their one-goal lead. Bearcats were looking good up until that goal. Just takes one nice feed, and Ohio State right back in control of things. They are in front in the shot department as well, 21-14. Bearcats so far with 6 shots in the period to Ohio State's 10. Couple bodies go down, no calls detected for either team. Only power plays have been issued against Cincinnati, so far Ohio State 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Cincinnati hasn't even gotten a chance. 4 for 13 coming into this weekend. Ohio State crossing the blue line. Shot wide, hits the glass. Buckeyes had it, lost it, picked it right back up in the offensive zone. Puck getting sent in the direction of Ian Cosby a ton, and that will continue. Johnston loses the puck off a nice poke check there by Cincinnati. Now the puck comes out to the blue line. Will Lemick can't get it out. There's Guptill. He circles and finds Lemick. And Lemick tries to find Akanya, and Akanya sends it right back into the skates of an Ohio State Buckeye. Nice block shot by Jacob Guptill. Looked like a scoring lane was found for Ohio State, and instead it turns into not even a shot attempt. Puck gets sent into the netting. We'll have a stoppage of play. 9:56 to go here in the second. Bearcats and Buckeyes playing in a nice heated contest here in Sports Plus and ACHA play. Bearcats once league members with the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League. Ohio State will freeze this puck. We'll have an offensive zone faceoff upcoming for Cincinnati. Music, there we go. Clock, there we go. Ready to go. Icing will be the call. Waved off. So play allowed to continue in favor of Ohio State. Puck stays in their offensive territory. Will Lemick moves it out. Spencer McDonald, left wing side, just sends it in toward the crease, and now it is frozen. Wesolowski there to make the save. It's like 4 syllables, and I think I've been saying it with 3. Wesolowski. It's tough to say really, really quickly. So if you're an Ohio State fan and you're watching this broadcast and you cringe every time I say his name, well, that's too bad. I cringe every time you say the. How's that? We're all working on things. Puck in the neutral zone. Williams plays it in, chased after, and played by Stegman. Everybody missed it. And instead, Ohio State able to control it on their own defensive end. And there's a whistle, and it is the first penalty upcoming to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Last goal scorer for Ohio State, Jake Roosty, I don't know. He's having a conversation. It's not going well as he's going to go to the box anyway. Needs a better lawyer. 2 out of 5 on the door slam. And he will spend 2 minutes in the box. I often say it. Hopefully the Bearcats can give him an early release. That would come in the form of a game-tying goal. First power play opportunity for Cincinnati, 4 for 13 on the year. That shot comes in, is deflected a few times, and was loose in front of the net. Bearcats keep it in, 5-on-4 for the next minute 42, though here comes a breakaway for the Buckeyes. Shot in by Clark, and it is a shorthanded goal. Off the stick of Jacob Clark. Good speed by Ohio State. They break out just fine. And Ian Cosby got a good chunk of that puck, just not enough. And Ohio State has now taken a commanding 3-1 lead. All the more prevalent for this puck to go in the back of the net on the power play for Cincinnati. Now you just got to get back to where you were. Buckeyes holding a 3-1 lead. 8:25 to go here in the second period. Bearcats on the power play for the next minute 25. Right wing side, entering the zone, Elias Aiden. He has the assist for Cincinnati. Teddy George able to keep it alive. Lavasser back to George. George from the point down to Elias Aiden. Aiden settles it down, moves behind the net. Looking for someone to pass it to. Puck just comes to the far side wall. Bearcats collect it. Ohio State in the diamond defense. Shot comes in on Wesolowski, and he's there with the glove to make the save. 7:53 to go in the second period. 56 seconds in the man advantage. Bearcats need someone to bury it. George Zimmerer has the lone goal for Cincinnati. Steven Straffen with the puck now. Teddy George back to Straffen. Straffen skates around, gains some space. Now looks, right circle, sent in. Teddy George, and it's deflected. Not sure if Will Lemick got the final touch. Teddy George from the blue line, able to put the puck toward the crease, and after a few touches, The puck goes in. Teddy George, that is his 5th point of the season. First goal. Has 4 assists to go along with it. Not sure if anyone got a piece of it, but as of right now, we'll give it to Teddy George. I may have to walk across to look and see who they officially give that one to. 7:30 to play, both teams at even strength. And the Buckeyes in front 3-2. Turned over. Bearcats with it in the offensive end. Puck comes in on Cosby. He has to make a save. Cincinnati taking it away. Up ice. Wow, nice play, Will Lemick. His first shot attempt takes the stick out of the defender. He was able to come back to the puck, but not able to get a shot in on net. That shot is saved off the stick of Akanya. Bearcats with it. Left circle. Sent in. Save is made. Deflected by Lamline. Bearcats are buzzing. Chipped in front to the slot, but there is a red jersey and settled down. Elias Aiden right at that red line. Able to stop play and then move it right back down into the offensive end. Buckeyes have it. Bad clearing attempt. White jerseys swarm the puck. Here on the near side. Stegman sends it down low, pops off the back of the net, and nice eyes by Wes Oleski as he's able to settle that puck down. I was mentioning to the producer, Dylan Marks, that Ohio State just looks like any old team with the red helmets. If they don't have that silver football helmet look, they could be, I mean, they could look like Rutgers. They could look like North Carolina State. They could look like the Russians. I mean, it really doesn't, you can't tell that they're Ohio State with the red bucket. So it's like if you're playing Michigan and all they have is like a blue or a yellow helmet. Doesn't have that same bite, that same appeal. .550 to go. Bearcats trailing by 1. We'll have a defensive zone puck drop to the left of Ian Cosby. Face-off won by the Buckeyes. Salt shot from the blue line doesn't go through. And will have to be chased back after by the Buckeye defender. Bad clearing attempt right into the skates of Spencer McDonald. Settled it down momentarily, but Ohio State was able to move it out. Nearly a bad turnover. Instead, here comes a breakout attempt. 3-on-2. Buckeyes come right toward the Bearcats' crease. Instead, turned it over. Morale trying to move around his man and does. Comes back to the puck. Sharp angled shot. And Wes Oleski there to make the save. He bumps the net in the process and knocks it off its bearings. Twitter's saying Will Lemick tipped that shot, so we're going to give the goal to Will Lemick. His 2nd goal of the season, and sorry, Teddy George, your 5th assist. So he just can't get a goal, but hey, he's got his 5th point of the season. 5th apple. Lavasser with it. Playing it down through. Save is made with the pad of Wes Oleski. Good hustle here by the Buckeyes. Shot comes in hot, and Cosby makes the save up high. 4:45 to go. Cincinnati comes away with the face-off win. Puck goes to the neutral zone, settled down. Here's Kurdish for Ohio State. Play tipped in, Bearcats have it. Send up along the wall, icing waved off. And will be chased after by a few different players. Bearcats able to set up. Puck along the wall, there's a hand pass. Yeah, I saw a hold. This linesman saw a hand pass. I saw Will Lemick having his stick grabbed. And we're not getting the call anyway. It'll be a hand pass. So either way, offensive zone faceoff for Cincinnati. Williams in to take the draw. Faceoff won back by Cincinnati. Ohio State able to play it now and send in and deflect it out of play. 4:01 to go here in period number 2. Goals so far by Rupi, Simaruski, and Clark for Ohio State. And it's been Zimmer and Lemick for Cincinnati. Assist by Aiden and George as well for Cincinnati. A lot of stick work behind the net. Back and forth play. Bearcats moving out with it. UC has it. Max Williams offside. Will have to skate back and settle in. Clark's pass goes wide. Perez enters the zone. Shot from the right circle comes in, and save is made with the glove hand by Wes Oleski. Face off. Comes behind the net. Bearcats now in control of it, now lost it. And away come Ohio State. Puck behind the net, pops up toward Cosby. He's there to snag it. And 3:03 to go here in the second period. We'll have a face-off in the Bearcats' end. Puck is dropped. Ohio State trying to push it toward the crease. At first are denied, but are able to retain possession of the puck. Ohio State still with it. Underneath, shot right in front, and an excellent save. Top of the crease, Ian Cosby. Not a whole lot of time to think, just react. And he made a nice pad save there. Puck comes in toward the crease of Wes Oleski. He has to play it with the stick. Now this one pops up. Dangerous spot. Ohio State will try to clear it out now. Looking to center. Turnover. Elias Aiden looking for Britt Anderson. Anderson trying to move it up to Okanya. Puck sent off the wall. Big time stoppage there. Straffen, he didn't fully connect, but he made sure that number 17, Cadario, wasn't going anywhere. 1:41 to go. Straffen sends it off the boards. Puck moves out to the neutral zone. Collected by Cincinnati, or by Ohio State rather. Down low. Bearcats moving it forward. That's Steven Straffen. Puck sent off the wall. Settled down, moved ahead. Up with it is Rupee. His shot goes wide of Cosby. Rebound collected by Johnston for Ohio State. No, excuse me. That's number 11, Jimmy Gold. Under a minute to go. George Zimmer, captain, with it. Crossing the red line, blue line, top circle. Skating in, and unfortunately, man was down for Cincinnati in the form of Spencer McDonald. Now we'll have a whistle. Offsides is the call. 33 seconds to go in the second period. 26-23. Shots in favor of Ohio State. Puck is dropped. Face off. One back by Ohio State. Bearcats able to clear it out, but Ohio State re-entered the zone before everybody was out. So offsides the call. 24.5 to go in the second. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Now we're ready. Puck is dropped. Nicholson down on a knee. Bearcats able to just flop it out. Sent in on the Bearcats' end. George Zimmer is there in the corner. Nothing here late. Final 5 seconds. Kurdish dumps it down, and now it's played ahead. And Teddy George will skate it out. That will do it for the second period of play. Bearcats have 2 goals, one by George Zimmer, his 6th of the season. Will Emick tallied his 2nd, but the Bearcats still trail 3-2 after 2 periods of play. You're watching Bearcats hockey. Take a nice break. We'll be back in about 12 to 13 minutes. folks. Let's do that hockey. Cincinnati, Ohio State ready for third period of action. Bearcats trailing right now by the score of 3-2. Bearcats lost game one Friday night 4-1. Trying to enact some revenge against this Buckeyes team. Ohio State from right to left. First shot of the period comes in on Ian Cosby. Save is made. Bearcats in control of things after picking up the rebound. That's Brendan Booth, right wing. Slams on the brakes, looks for help, sends it across. Jack Clark is there and breaks things up, or Jacob Clark, excuse me. Ohio State with it. Sticked away by Ian Cosby, and the save is made. 19:02 to play here in the second. Goals by George Zimmer, his 6th of the season, and Will Lemick, his 2nd. If you're an Ohio State supporter, Rupi, Simaruski, and Clark with goals for the Buckeyes. Center ice pass, broken up, and Ohio State clears it out themselves. Kurdish sends it through. Ohio State chasing after it. Centering pass, comes up top. Kurdish fakes a shot, skates in, tries to send it over to Simaruski. And instead, it's now battled for behind the net. Play continues. Kurdish at the blue line keeps it in for Ohio State, who will now retreat and get a few changes. And now we have a whistle. How about that? Good call. Too many men on the ice. A little bit too active for Ohio State. The guy entering the ice came in and played the puck immediately, while it appears Rupi was just skating off, taking his time. And wouldn't you know it, the Bearcats have found themselves on a power play. So we played 2 minutes, and a too many men on the ice call will now give Cincinnati an opportunity to tie this game right back up. 5-on-4, Bearcats on the power play. 1 for 1 so far today. Will Lemick with the power play tally. Puck comes in. Cosby has to play it behind the net. Sets it up. Here we go. 5-on-3. If you can skate down there, as there's a man back for Ohio State. Sent in, goes behind the crease. Broken up. Clearing attempt doesn't make its way past Chase Nicholson. This one goes up the wall and the glass and into the protective netting. Maybe in some hockey arenas that could be a delay of game, but here there's just too many short boards. It's not really considered a delay of game penalty. Either way, Bearcats remain on the man advantage. Shot from the blue line gets deflected, goes wide. Clearing attempt goes all the way down, and Cosby's there. Final minute to go on the man advantage. Puck sent over to Will Lemick. Lemick absorbs a hit right in front of the Ohio State bench. Puck comes toward the crease. And the save is made. Final 40 ticks of the too many men penalty. 16:49 to go in regulation. Bearcats trailing 3-2. But can erase that deficit with a goal here. Puck drop. Teddy George with it. Left circle, that's Elias Aiden. Up to George. George's shot is blocked, hits off the rafters. And we'll have a stoppage in play. You know, maybe it's the Sunday, but not as good of a crowd as I was hoping to see here. Puck comes out. Straffen has to skate hard to get back for it. Teddy George is there, plays it back to Straffen. Still in their own end. Bearcats trying to set up. Final 25 seconds. Here's Elias Aiden. Skates left, now right. Gets by his first defender. Now sends one in. Off the pads of Wesoleski. Shot comes in high. Puck is lost. And we'll have a whistle. .16:09 to go here in the third. I believe either 8 or 9 seconds on the power play. It reads 00, but that clock is a little off. It was 8 seconds and the puck is cleared. And that will extinguish the man advantage for Cincinnati. So 1 for 2 so far. Ohio State just send one in toward Cosby, and that is a goal. Cosby was paying attention to the guy in the slot. They had opportunities to maybe pass that one off and instead just caught Ian Cosby off guard. And that is Rupe's second goal of the night, and that's a big one. Ohio State off the momentum from killing the penalty, able to come in and score on the Bearcats. First 5 minutes of the third period are big, and this one is broken in the favor of OSU. 29-25, OSU in front on shots. Bearcats got to get a shot in quickly, and it's got to go through. Got to make this a one-goal game as soon as possible. Buckeyes with it. 2-on-2. Great play by Akanya. Break things up at a good pass. Leads to an opportunity for Johnson. He gets steered to the left side without ever getting a shot in on Cosby. Bearcats able to send it all the way up and out. He could have played that puck, linesman. To me, it looked like Jeffrey Hubbard had a play on it. He let that puck skate right by him, knowing full well that would have been an icing. Smart play. Just a bad break for Cincinnati. Williams in to take the draw against Johnston. Face off. Won by Ohio State. Shot is blocked at the blue line. Guptill sends it underneath. Delayed penalty upcoming to Cincinnati. It will be a cross check. Well, everybody was confused on that one as Ohio State pulled their goalie thinking that the penalty was on Cincinnati. The penalty, in fact, is on Ohio State. Huh. Odd decision there. Either way, the whistle is blown. Bearcats will get a power play. Johnston charged with the cross check. Bearcats need to convert here. 1 for 2 on the day. Trailing by 2. The worst lead supposedly to have in hockey. Bearcats controlling it. Shot hits off a skate. Comes loose and now sent safely into the end of the Bearcats defensive zone by Ohio State. Up the right wing side, Chase Nicholson with speed. Sends it off the wall. Booth is there, Brennan Booth. Skates around his man toward the slot, gets by Wesolewski, but never went on net. Bearcats controlling it. Final 55 seconds to go on the power play. Zimmer chops it underneath. Nicholson battling for it. A lot of back and forth. Bearcats need to find a lane. Here we go to the slot. Up to Booth, down low to Zimmer. Zimmer trying to get by his man and the referee. Sent up top, shot is blocked. And that puck comes loose. Ohio State with a shorthanded goal already today. Looked like Alex Vineyard's going to try to get another one, and it almost did. Little 2-on-1 play. Instead, Bearcats move out with it. Backhand attempt by Lemick, can't get enough on it. And he is sent to the wall. Final 10 ticks, that one off the helmet. Save is made, puck right in front in the slot. No one can really find it, and now the man is out. Johnston is out for Ohio State, and both teams are at full strength. Bearcats 0 for 2 on the power play in this period, and it's been costly. Ohio State converted right after the first kill, and now they have a breakaway. One-on-one, Cosby has to make a save and does. Excellent job with the right pad by Ian Cosby as he has bailed out the Bearcats. What a job, Ian Cosby, one-on-one with Valentino Carrillo. I don't know. Great first name. Number 6 in red, unable to get one by Ian Cosby. And with 12:22, hopefully that sparks a breath of life into the Bearcats. Valentino with another shot right from the blue line, and he gives, or that's Salt, excuse me, number 8. Salt all smiles. That puck found the chest of Ian Cosby. 31-26, shots in favor of Ohio State. Face-off won by Ohio State. Shot attempt goes wide right off the draw. Bearcats play it in the neutral zone. Lamb with it. His cross-ice pass is intercepted. Far side wall. Puck handled now by Ohio State. Simaruski with a shot right in on Cosby. He's there to make the save. Turnover. Bearcats running out of time. 11:42 here in the second, trailing by 2. 2-on-2 the other way. Alex Perez leads the charge with the puck, shot in. Save made with the stick by Wesolewski. Players jammed up in that corner. Away come the Buckeyes. Hawkins Salt. Bearcats lose the puck. Ohio State pressuring. Johnston trying to battle for it. Sends it up top to 11 Gold. His shot is denied. Curtis shot. That one goes wide of the net. Ohio State buzzing. Bearcats got to get it out. How about something in close on Cosby? He makes the save. Great positioning there by number 1 for Cincinnati. George Zimmer trying to force anything into the offensive end for Cincinnati. What another nice save. And a nice pass there sets up Salt for Ohio State, or sets up Gold for Ohio State. And Cosby's had to make a few dandy saves there in the last 2 minutes. 3-on-3, George Zimmer finds Will Lemick, who's got a hot shot. That one deflected and hits off the netting. 10:09 to play in the third. Got to give a shout out to assistant Ohio State coach Kyle Ahrens, former UC Bearcat, wore the number 4 in the red and black. Now he's with the bad guys over there at Ohio State. I think maybe in his 3rd or 4th year. He's been there a while. Underneath Luke Brozovic, head coach. Taylor Lay trying to see his Bearcats get a win. Trailing 4-2. 9:44 to go in the period. Shot blocked initially off the stick of Morale. Sent underneath. Teddy George pinching in for Cincinnati, trying to contain the puck. Instead, it's controlled by Ohio State. Vineyard, left wing side. Puck hits off the netting. We'll have a stoppage in play. And 9:16 to go here on a Sunday afternoon. Lamline in to take the draw against Hoy for Ohio State. Face-off cleanly won by the Buckeyes. Dump down, Cosby plays it behind the net. George Zimmer chases the puck down in his defensive end. Elias Aiden plays it off the wall. And now Cincinnati trying to break out with it. Instead, Ohio State off the turnover. Ian Cosby having to be alert in front. That one hits off the side post. Never really had the angle to go in. .809 to play. Bearcats from their own end. The captain, George Zimmer, skating by everybody at this point. Trying not to get back check, avoids that as well. All by himself. Skates behind the referee, loses the puck. Puck played in that corner. Couple bodies. Match up. Ohio State able to move out with it. Kurdish, wearing the number 24, skates the left wing side, top of the circle, shot taken. Save made by Ian Cosby, 7:36 to go in regulation. Well, what are you going to do? You know, Bearcats down by 2. Something's got to change as momentum has been all Ohio State these past 7 minutes. That save is made, and nice. Not sure if it was going on net or not. Ian Cosby wasn't going to see it if it was, as he put the glove up there and denied any chance of that puck continuing its forward progress. Ohio State turns it over. Cincinnati. Will Lemick edged out behind the net. Pushed into the glass. And now the Buckeyes enter the zone. Have it taken away. Chase Nicholson. Little extra hit on number 2, Cantini. Cantini with a shot. And the save made by Cosby. Face-off controlled by the Cats. Bearcats have it. Moving it up along the far side wall, just to the neutral zone and out of harm's way. George Zimmer controlling it, thinks about it, swings it over to his defense partner. Puck comes around. Lavasser in with Morale. Instead, the Buckeyes move away with it. Puck far side wall. Moves out to the neutral zone. 6:12 to go in the third period. Here's George Zimmer. Coming in tight. Puck sent off the wall. Teddy George skating in. 1-on-5. Takes the shot. That one hits the glass. Lamline moves his man out of the way. Brett Anderson trying to break things up. Underneath. Now up top, Teddy George. Shot comes in. Save is made. 5:20 to go. Ohio State with it. Play broken up. And now we'll have a penalty. And we'll have a holding upcoming, and I believe this is going to go against the Ohio State Buckeyes. So Valentino Carino, great name. He will go to the box for holding. And I know I've already said it a couple of times. Bearcats need to convert on this power play. Have to convert on this power play. Mandatory that they convert on this power play. Down 2 goals, 5:04 to go. Bearcats win the faceoff, and now a breakaway for the Buckeyes. What a save, Ian Cosby. Able to stay home long enough. They tried to go 5-hole, denied. Ian Cosby has been the jolt of life the past 2 times for Cincinnati. Now it's the offense's turn. On the power play, already 1 power play goal today for Cincinnati. Bearcats shot, Morale with it, and a goal! 4:35 to go. Plenty of time for the Bearcats to get 1 more. Chase Nicholson led the charge there. Not sure if he got the final touch on it. It looked like 28 took the initial shot, and I guess something happened along the way. Bearcats will take it any way you can get it. Second power play goal of the game, 6th of the year for Cincinnati. And if Ohio State can maybe make another mistake, give Cincinnati a man advantage, that would be much appreciated. Bearcats have scored once 5-on-5. Bad turnover there. Akanya right there at the blue line, keeping it in. Britt Anderson loses his stick. 4-3 the score. Bearcats with it in their own end. Akanya sends it off the wall. Straffen is around to move it up to Lamline. Jack Lamline waits for his man. Great use of the skates there by Elias Aiden to stay onside. Turnover right in front. Aiden is there, and a shot that goes wide. Doesn't even go on net. And Thomas Wesoleski dodged a bullet. 39-30 shots in favor of Ohio State. 3:28 to go. Next goal is a big one. Excellent choice of music. It's what you got to do. You play the staying alive. After Ian Cosby makes a few nice saves for you, you get a nice power play goal. There's another save with the stick. Ian Cosby, he has one job. And he has done it well. Here come the Bearcats. There's the captain, George Zimmer, takes a stick up high. Able to find the crease and find a shot right in on Wesolewski. Puck kicked forward by Nicholson. Sent to the crease, right in the slot. Nobody there but Buckeyes. Zimmer pinching in. Heavy. Staying in at the at the blue line. Nicholson trying to keep things alive. Crossing the red line and dumping it down are the Buckeyes. 2:40 to go. Right wing side. Stegman sends it behind the net. Far side, Bearcats trying to pick it up off a turnover. Clark, or no, that's not Clark, that's Seaman over there, number 10 in red, battling for the puck. Sent up top, icing waved off. Teddy George has to skate heavy for it, and dodge Ian Cosby in the process. Couple bodies go down in front. Final 2 minutes to play here in regulation. Bearcats trailing by 1. We'll keep an eye on Ian Cosby. Chipped ahead to the red line. Settled down by Salt, who's able to dump it in right in on Ian Cosby. Final minute 40 to go. Bearcats along the near side wall. That time it's Clark. Sends it in. Cosby has to go behind the net to play it. Sent up the wall. Nobody there but the Buckeyes. Ohio State entering the zone. That's Vineyard. Shot in on Cosby. Save made. Next save is made. And there it is. The loose puck. And Ohio State able to find the back of the net one more time to make this a 5-3 game. And now it appears Columbus, they will be heading back to Columbus with a win. Bearcats could not clear the puck out in their own end and get a clean breakout. Instead, turned it over right at the red line. Ohio State pushed it forward, got in 2 clean shots on Cosby, who was down and out, unable to stop the third one. 2-on-1 the other way here for Ohio State, trying to make one more. Shot in on Cosby. Final minute of play. Puck comes in front. Steered aside. From the near side wall. Play battled for behind the net. Sent aside. Up but not out. Kurdish keeps it in for OSU. That puck sent wide. Will Lemick having to skate over to the far side. Ohio State just controlling the final minute of play here. As the Bearcats' valiant comeback effort is going to fall a bit short. 5-3 appears to be the final 10 seconds. Bearcats did get goals by Nicholson, Lemick, and Zimmer. And unfortunately, it was not enough, as the Ohio State Buckeyes outshoot the Bearcats 45-31 and sweep the 2-game series with Cincinnati. Be sure to check us out next week. Bearcats will battle the Michigan State Spartans. For Paul Lockman and all of us here at Bearcats Hockey, thank you so much. We'll catch you next week.